Are you struggling to stand out on YouTube? Does it seem that you are just one person in a sea of other people that just make the same videos as you and no one is finding your videos? Well, never fear, because in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can do to make yourself stand out on YouTube. This video is actually in collaboration with Catherine Perry. She is a fellow content creator who teaches how to grow on YouTube. Her video is all about what to do if your videos are getting no views. So after this video, be sure to check hers out. All right, now let's jump into my tips on how to stand out on YouTube. The very first tip that I have is to be a voice. Stand for something. Have a niche. You've heard this time and time again, but if you are still struggling to stand out on YouTube, ask yourself, what am I known for? This can be an area expertise, this can be something related to your job, or this can be things in your personal life. Maybe you're a fantastic organizer. Maybe you have the best scheduling system around, or you're just really, really funny and you have hot takes on daily life. Whatever that is, double down on that and really emphasize that in your YouTube videos. This is something that I see new YouTubers struggle with because they're just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall. They're doing a video on this topic, then they're doing a random video over here, and they're doing this video because everyone else is doing it. And so people are really confused and they don't know what to expect from you, and that's why you're not standing out, because you're just copying what everyone else is doing and you're all over the place. So really take some time and sit back and ask yourself, what are you known for, and focus your channel and your videos on that. For example, my other channel, Rotoscopers, is focused on all things animation. So Disney animation, Pixar animation, and everything in between. So when our channel first started out in 2013, we had 0 subscribers. But we did know that there was a new movie coming out called Frozen, and we knew this was going to be big because not only was it a classic Disney musical, but it was going to have 2 princesses. Can you say mega worldwide blockbuster hit? We did, but no one on YouTube was talking about Frozen. So we started making videos talking about Frozen. Every week we would just have a video that would talk about something related to a new piece of concept art that was coming out, or a new song, or whatever. And people who were searching this information were able to find it and then find our channel, and then they subscribed. And so we became known as basically the Frozen girls, and people still to this day tell us, I found you initially because of your coverage of Frozen. So find something that is unique to you, or maybe unique that no one is covering, and make that your emphasis on your channel. My next tip for standing out on YouTube is to have a unique spin on things. So yes, we get it. In 2020, 2021, there are millions and millions of YouTube channels out there. And most likely you are not going to be the first person to cover a certain topic. For example, cooking channels or beauty makeup tutorials. Those have been done before, but there are still people to this day who are coming onto the scene and they are standing out. And why is that? It's because they're coming in with a unique spin on something that has already done before. So one channel I think about all the time is Binging with Babish. Binging with Babish is a cooking channel, and he really just has a fun way of doing it. When he first started making videos a few years ago, he wasn't doing just standard how-to cooking videos. Instead, he was showing you how to recreate food from your favorite TV shows or movies. Some of this food was fictional and way over the top, but he would, to the best of his ability, he would make it according to the directions in the show. And then he would take the flip side of that and he would show you, okay, this was a total disaster. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't look good, whatever. Here's how I would make it in real life. Also, his filming style is very unique. He is shot basically from the neck down, and so we never really see his face. Instead, he has a voiceover of himself where he is talking and going through the different steps of creating the food. And on top of that, the voiceovers are just really funny and witty, and it keeps your attention. So all of these things were just a very unique spin and take on your classic cooking YouTube channel. And there's a reason why he got over 1 million subscribers very quickly and has millions of subscribers to this day. So for you and your channel, what is something unique to the topic that you can add? Maybe it's a new filming style, or maybe you're blending 2 topics together that have never been talked about. Whatever it is, doing these things will make you stand out from other people who are just doing the bare minimum. All right, my next tip for standing out on YouTube is to have channel visuals. This includes your channel art, your thumbnails, and even the imagery that you use in your YouTube videos. When I do channel audits for people, one of the biggest things that I see missing is that people don't have these elements. They think,
oh, I'm making videos, it's good enough.
When really it's all of these elements that work together that really create branding and a theme around you and your channel that people are drawn to, and then they want to subscribe and you stand out that way. For example, a lot of people won't have a channel banner. They won't take the time to just whip something up in Canva or Photoshop that has their name, when they put out videos, or what their videos and their channel is about. Something very as simple and easy as that can make you stand out, especially if you have fun colors or you have a unique spin on even your channel banner, which a lot of people have and a lot of people don't. And if your thumbnails tie into your channel banner and then the graphics that you're using in your videos, those will all work together and really help you stand out because people see those elements and they recognize those elements and they recognize you. You'd be surprised how much a little channel branding goes a long way to make you stand out on YouTube. So if you haven't done this yet, this is one of the basics that you absolutely should be doing. So go in and do this right now. So my next tip on how to stand out on YouTube is personality. And I know some people don't like to hear this because you may not have a personality, but you need to get a personality. And I'm not saying by have a personality, you have to be over the top, you have to be obnoxious, you have to be super witty and funny. I'm just saying that if you want to stand out, you have to have a personality that stands out as well. Because again, there are millions of other people on YouTube with channels and probably thousands in your niche alone. So by having some sort of personality that is different from everyone else's, that will help you stand out. So some people are really funny and that's why they stand out on YouTube. Let's say they're doing a tech tutorial, but they do it in a really funny way. Well, that is a way to stand out because it's adding humor to something that is pretty straightforward, which is a how-to tutorial. Now, some people's personality are incredibly informative. Maybe they just have so many facts in their videos that you really gain a lot of information and knowledge because they are sharing so much wisdom. That is a great way to showcase and share your personality. Other people can just be really bubbly, other people can be really fun, and some people even have a very dry sense of humor and they're still very successful on YouTube. And I know you're thinking,
well, I can't change my personality. My personality is what it is.
I get it, but you need to make sure that that personality that makes you unique, that makes you special, stands out in your YouTube videos. Whatever is that little spark that makes you special, make sure to amplify that in your YouTube videos so that way you stand out above the crowd. For example, going back to my Binging with Babish example, his videos are very informative, but also he sprinkles in a little bit of humor here and there. And sometimes it's dry humor and you may not catch it, but other times it's very overt and funny. And just that little twist when you're watching the video, it makes you laugh, it makes you smile, and it makes you want to stick around. So whatever is that special spark for you, just turn up the heat on that so that way people can really feel it in your videos. All right, my next tip is something that I have said in probably every single YouTube video where I'm talking about how to grow on YouTube. And it's because it's true and everyone should be doing this one. It is to be consistent. Yes, I said it again, be consistent. You can't just try to show up one time, make a few videos here and there, one on a Thursday, one 2 months later, one a week later, and expect to really stand out and grow on YouTube. People do not appreciate the inconsistency because they want something that they can show up to on a very consistent basis. Think of your favorite TV show, for example. My favorite TV show is Survivor, and I know that every fall and every winter, new episodes air Wednesday at 7 p.m. It is incredibly consistent, and on top of that, it has over 40 seasons where it has continued to show up season after season after season. It has an incredibly loyal and diehard fan base because of this, and it's because it is consistent year over year over year and week over week over week. We know that on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., Survivor's there, so we are there. So for your YouTube channel, think of it like a TV show. If you're not showing up, people won't show up and you won't stand out. And a little spin on this tip is that you need need to be consistent, not just on when you release your videos, but on all of the other aspects of your videos that I've already talked about. What is your niche? What is your voice? What is your personality? What is your branding and your different visuals? Those all need to be very consistent time and time again so people know what to expect. If you have one video that is on this topic and another video is on that topic, and in one video you're super funny and another video you're super dry and boring, that's just not consistent for people, and they're like,
I don't know what this is, but it's a big hot mess. I don't want to subscribe.
right? So be consistent in all of these tips, in all of these elements, and over time, you will be able to stand out on YouTube and grow subscribers and get more views. And I know for me, this is something that definitely takes a while. When you are new, you may have to experiment a while to figure out what's working and what's not, and that's absolutely okay. So don't feel frustrated if you haven't been consistent or you don't have a specific niche yet that you've really honed in on. It's okay because you will figure that over time. But as you figure it out, you need to then stick with it and stick with it and stick with it. And by doing that, people will stick with you, stick with you, stick with you, and you will stand out. Now, one other thing, if you still are struggling to grow on YouTube and you want a community to help you grow with more tips and actionable things that you can do, I have a new private Facebook group called Video Made Easy, and that's where you can go to join my community so you can learn and grow more with me and other content creators just like yourself. So go to morgan.com/videomadeeasy, and of course the link is in the description below. All right, guys, if you are struggling to get views on your YouTube video, then be sure to check out Catherine's video right here because she's going into those tips on what you can do to figure out the reason why your videos aren't getting any more views. You'd be surprised how far a little channel branding, and so by having a personality, that will make your videos and your... So whatever is that special spark for you, just turn up the gas,